Okay, guys, so we're going to get going on this. This is probably a very easy example. So we set it up. We have our A by I augmented with the I matrix identity. And so all we have to do is change this to make this left side look like this, and we're done. Well, luckily there's zeros everywhere that they need to be. We just need to divide. And so we're going to do 1/2 times row 1. We're going to do 1/4 times row 2. And we're going to do 1/6 times row 3. And we're going to get the answer right now. So if we do 1/2 times row 1, we get 1/2. Oops. We get, sorry, that's not big enough. We get 1/2 times 2 is 1. 1/2 times 0, all the way down, 0, 0. 1/2 times 1 is 1/2, 0, 0. Okay, that one's taken care of. Next one, we're going to do 1/4, 1, 0, 0, 1/4, and 0. So we're just multiplying everything by 1/4. And then finally, we have 0, 0, 1/6, 0, 0, 1/6. And so this thing should be the inverse matrix of that. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. It's very simple if they give you something that easy, but obviously they're not always going to. So we're going to have to work with it. So we're going to do a different example. We're going to do number 21. And since it's not anything completely new to you, it's something we've done in the past. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to do show as much work as I can, but I'm only going to do one example here. I hope that you guys will practice and try the student practice to get these things. We have 1, 2, -1, -2, 0, and 1, 1, -1, and 0. Okay. So our goal here is going to be to, oops, sorry, I meant to lasso this. It's not letting me lasso it. I don't know why. All right, let's do it. So here we go. We'll just erase that. Here we go. We want to do row 1 times 2, add it to row 2, yield row 2. And we want to do -1 times row 1, add it to row 3, yield row 3. Obviously, I have decided to do those because I want this to be a 0 and I want this to be a 0, and this is a 1. So 2 times row 1 is going to be 2 times 1, which is 2, 2 times 2, which is 4, and 2 times -1, which is -2, and I'm going to add those to this row. And then -1 times row 1 is -1, -2, +1, and I'm going to add that to that row, and we're going to get a new one. So 1, 2, and I've forgotten something. Let me write these even further. 2, 4, -2. All right, hold on. We're going to redo this. I forgot to write the augmented matrix. 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 1. Okay, now we're going to do this step. Sorry. So 2 times row 1, that's going to be 2, 4, -2, and 1, 2, and 0, 0. Okay, and then -1, we're going to negate row 1, that's -1, -2, +1, -1, 0, and 0. We're going to add them together now. Okay, so 1, 2, -1, 1, 0, 0. That's the first row. Next row is going to be 0. That's what we wanted. That's how you know you did it right. We're adding these ones to these ones. So 4 plus 0 is 4. -2 plus 1 is -1. 2 plus 0 is 2. 0 and 1 is 1. And 0 and 0 is 0. Okay, next one. We're adding these ones to this row. We have -1 and 1. That's 0. That's what we wanted. That's how I knew I did it right. -2 and -1 is -3. 1 and 0 is 1. 0 and -1 is -1. 0 and 0 is 0. And then 1 and 0 is 1. Okay. Next, we need to get a 1 in this place. I can make this a 1 by adding the -3. So we're going to do row 2 plus row 3 yields row 2. 1, 2, -1, 1, 0, 0. Notice that's not changing, and neither is the bottom. 0, -3, 1, -1, 0, and 1. So I'm just going to add row 3 and row 2 and replace row 2. 0 and 0 is 0. 4 and -3 is 1. That's what I wanted. That's how I know I did that right. -1 and 1 is 0. 2 and -1 is 1. 1 and 0 is 1. And 0 and 1 is 1. Okay. So that's taken care of. I'm going to do... Guess what I'm going to do? I need to make this a 0, and I'm going to make this a -3. And I have a 1 in the middle. We're going to use row 2. Row 2 times -2, add it to row 1, yield row 1. And then I need to make this a 0, so this is 3 times row 2. Add it to row 3, yields row 3. So guys, try and predict what I'm going to do. Because if you can predict what I'm going to do, that means you understand what I'm doing, and because you have to be able to think of that step on your own. So middle row stays the same. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. And now I'm going to multiply row 2 by -2. So 0 times that is -2. 0 times 1 is -2. Wait. Sorry. Restart. 0 times -2 is 0. 0 times 1, or I'm sorry, -2 times 1 is -2. 0 times -2 is 0. 1 times -2, these are all 1, so -2, -2, and -2. That's row 2. Okay, now we're going to do 3 times row 2. So 0, 3, 0, 3, 3, 3. Okay, we're going to add them respectively. 0 and 1 is 0, or 0 and 1 is 1. -2 and 0 is 0. 0 and -1 is -1. -2 and 1 is -1. -2 and 0 is -2. -2 and 0 is -2. Last row, we have a 0 here. 0 and 0 is 0. 1 and 3 and -3 is 0. 0 and 1 is 1. 3 and -1 is 2. 3 and 0 is 3. 3 and 1 is 3. Or I'm sorry, 3 and 1 is not 3, it's 4. Let me just check. 0 and 0, good. 3 and -3, good. 0 and 1, good. 3 and -1 is 2. 3 and 0, 3. 3 and 1, 4. Okay, good. All right, last but not least, we are going to do... Well, this is a 1. We wanted that. This needs to be 0, so we're going to do row 3 plus row 1, yield row 1, and we will be done. We have 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1. Okay, row 3 plus row 1. 0 and 1 is 1. 0 and 0 is 0. 1 and -1 is 0, which is what we wanted. 2 plus -1 is 1. 3 plus -2 is 1. And 4 plus -2 is 2. So this must be our identity matrix. And if we want to test it, you have to multiply them out. I'm not going to. They should be inverses of one another. Granted, I didn't make any mistakes. We don't have any ugly numbers, so we would say A inverse is equal to 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing well. I'll be doing the review here shortly, and I'll post a separate page for that. We have our test coming up next week. I'm going to give you a lot of insight on the review. I hope that you're watching these videos, and I hope you especially watch the review just so you can know sort of what to expect on our first test since this whole situation began. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Goodbye.